What's up, everyone? So, I had another video planned for the day, but I'm going to keep that video for tomorrow. And I'm going to do another Steven Universe theory, so stick with me because this one is really awesome, okay? Today's episode is going to be about Steven Universe's temple fusion and what the temple fusion actually is and who is actually composed of the temple fusion. Now, I've never seen anyone come up with this theory, so I think I might be one of the only ones to actually come up with this theory, but I'm not positive. Okay, so whenever you usually talk about temple fusion with someone who loves Steven Universe, they think it is amethyst, pearl, rose quartz, and garnet fused. But I do not think it's them. Well, I think it's them, but I don't think it's just them. Now, you might be asking, well, who else could it be? Well, that's the thing. So I will get into that. Let me just put some evidence on the table and show you why I don't think it's them by themselves. Okay, so we already get to see what the fusion between amethyst, pearl, and garnet is. And to be honest, it's not really that tall. It's a little bit bigger than sardonyx or sugilite. Okay, so if we look at this picture, we can see a clear depiction of the height of Alexandrite. As you see, Greg doesn't even come to the knee of Alexandrite. It looks like you could put Steven on top of Greg and it would equal the height of the knee. And it looks like Alexandrite is about 3 times that height. Okay, so far my conclusion is Alexandrite is around 30 feet tall. Don't get me wrong, that is gigantic. But let's look at the temple statue right quick. Okay, so if we put Alexandrite right next to Steven's house, and we put another house on top of Steven's house, that should equal about 30 feet. And that would come around to the elbow, maybe a little bit taller. So about halfway between the elbow and the chest gem piece. Okay, so that's about how tall Alexandrite would be compared to the temple fusion. So actually, if Rose did fuse with it and they came up with a fusion and they stood on the same level as Steven's house, then it might be as tall as the mountain. So the temple fusion might be true. Can it? Wait. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? The statue has no legs. So even if a fusion between Rose and Alexandrite would be as tall as the temple statue as we see it, it still doesn't have legs. So we have to assume the temple fusion is at least double this size. So if the temple fusion is at least double the size because it doesn't have legs right now, and usually legs take up about half the height of a person, then that must mean we are missing at least one more gem. And what gem is that? The only gem that I could see that would fuse with pearl, amethyst, garnet, and rose that could create a fusion this big that is stable enough to actually play in a fight would be the one, the only, Pink Diamond herself. Now, you might be wondering, oh my gosh, no, this could not happen. Okay, let's look at a few things before we say this is impossible. Diamonds are supposed to be perfect. So a fusion with any diamond would temporarily be stable enough to actually hold together. As we know, the more gems you add into a fusion, the more unstable it gets. Look at Alexandrite, for example. In this episode that I got this picture from, it it could not stay stable for more than like 10 minutes because they have three different personalities conflicting against each other. So it's something else that just to think about. If you add someone as kind-hearted as Rose Quartz, Steven's mom, and Pink Diamond herself, which is supposed to be the gentlest of all the diamonds, newest, the youngest of all the diamonds, the least experienced of all the diamonds. So it's just to think she's the most innocent. So plus that, and because she's pink, and usually pink is referred to healing and all these other types of things. So I'm going to say that rose quartz combined with pink diamond, probably the two most gentlest gems and purest gems out there, kindest gems, in my opinion, because Rose can heal with her crying ability. She can even bring the dead back to life. And Pink, being innocent, because she is the youngest of all the diamonds and the least experienced, I would think that this would create a very stable fusion. And it also would bring up the point on why it's so big. I mean, this thing's at least 100 feet tall, at least. So it would also give some solid evidence on why it's so tall. Okay, so that would that would actually be an awesome freaking thing. And we don't we don't actually know what happened to Pink Diamond. So that's also something to think about. Because as we saw in the trial episode, Pink Diamond was shadowed with a sword. And as we know, Rose couldn't shadow anyone with the sword. And we know Rose had to have the sword by then because Rose was already a terrorist or whatever you want to call her. I wouldn't call her a terrorist. I would call her a wanted criminal. I think that's how they put it in the show. But she was already a wanted criminal for hundreds of years. So that would come to assume that the gem war was also taking place by then. So that would also come up to the fact that Rose faked the diamond shadowing, took Diamond to her side, and then they all fused together to end the war. And the diamonds realized that they could not defeat this fusion alone, so they all left. Okay, so that's what I am thinking. That's why they left, and that's why they did the corruption song. And also, I'm going to assume that the diamonds are also like protected from being corrupted. So if the diamonds left and did the corruption song while they are leaving, then if the temple fusion with Pink Diamond was already fused together when they did the corruption song, then all the other gems, Pearl, Amethyst, Rose, and Garnet, would be protected by Pink Diamond's ability to not be corrupted. So they won't be corrupted at all, and that's why they still are not corrupted, because they was protected by Pink Diamond's ability. And one more thing to just make this theory just a little bit mysterious. Why would they put a house, Steven's house, where the like gem placement would be of pink diamond and rose quartz. Or maybe rose quartz didn't have anything to do with the fusion, or maybe she did, I don't know. But we already seen rose quartz fuse with pearl, so they are not trying to hide the fact that rose fused with other gems, because they clearly shown us. And like one of the only reasons why I think Rebecca Sugar and the creators of Steven Universe would put the house right there is to conceal the fact that that is where the gem placement for pink diamond and rose quartz would be. Okay, so that's my theory on what the temple fusion actually is. Now, could it be true that this is what it actually is? I honestly think it is. I legitimately think that that is why the temple fusion is so gigantic. I also have another theory with who isn't in the temple fusion, but I might hold off on that, but I'm not sure. I might go ahead and do that. But what do you think? Do you think this is a good theory? Tell me in the comments what you think. I would love to know what you think. I just really hope it's a fusion with pink diamond and all the crystal gems. That would be amazing.